Hey guys, how's it going? Fillers back again, and this time we're going to play scenario, I believe, 7, which starts off with the Flying Scotsman leaving from platform number 10, King's Cross, Edinburgh, all aboard. Daily departures at 10 a.m. since June 1862. During its reign, it was the peak of British engineering style and efficiency. At least that's the way things turned out. However, there was nothing certain about this route when it was first made. Your job is to make a legend in the railway industry. The Queen has entrusted you to make this railway a reality. You must connect the industrial center of Scotland to the center of the British Empire's industry might with a railway that will set a standard of operations that will be the envy of the rest of the world. To obtain the bronze, we have to connect between London, which is right here, right over here, right over there, up to Edinburgh, which is on the north face of the map, at the end of 1865. Silver also maintain a lifetime average locomotive speed of 12 miles per hour or faster. This one is pretty difficult to maintain and do, but if you set up your rails right and you make use of double rails, it's not too bad. Gold, all the above, and be charged of the only railway to the end of 1865, and that is difficult. This is the second time playing on through. I was running into some problems buying out the other railways. Need to start my station. Let's create our company, and let's go on over and yes, Flying Pig. I want the Flying Pig. So we have the Flying Pig. Let's build out our huge giant station. I want a station that's a giant for London, because if you didn't notice, London has 3 stars, and that is huge for starting off on a map. Oh man, come on. I can't have it coming straight on out of here. 3 or 4 stars. Let me see what's available. What can I do? Oh man. Huh. That's not a good situation. Let's see. Oh, this is bad already. Alright, you know what? Let's try this. I'm going to bulldoze this house because it is currently in the way of my masterpiece railway project. And remember, this entire level is all about speed. So you need to go and have some decent track being laid. I'm trying to avoid 3s at all measure, at all cost. So let's connect on over to Brighton first. As pretty much with this map, at least from what I experienced in the last time I played it through, where I was not actually able to obtain the gold, and it just bothered me, so I decided to play it again. What I noticed is, let's start off with medium, and let's start off with a train between the two of them, with London going over to Brighton. The 2 trains that we have available to us are the Adler and the Planet. The Planet is 10,000 with the annual maintenance of 6, and Adler is 20,000 with annual maintenance of 5. Since we don't really have an option right now, let's just buy the Adlers, as the max speed is a little bit higher. So let's get that set up, and let us build. Let's build it a little bit. I'm building me some water stations as well as maintenance stations. Let's get this going. Let's change our dividend. Actually, let's leave our dividend as is. I need to use that money to buy back as much as possible, as soon as possible. Because this one is just painful. It's difficult. Yes, okay. So we got some money right there. I have the option of going over to Guildford. I think I'm going to go straight on over to Guildford and to pass on over to Portsmouth. Portsmouth is probably going to be our main moneymaker for right now. And I'm trying to avoid bad track. So let's cruise on over here. Let's lay down a medium station. Nice, nice, nice. And let's build another train. Let's set up our additional Adler. Let's go in from London on over to Guildford first. Generally always want to go from the big station on over to the small station, as you'll get more money that way for your very first route. And let's get... Oh, I don't have enough yet. Okay, I'm going to need a little bit more money. Another trick that I found out, and something I should have noticed a long time ago, is the annual dividend payments of 10,000. So essentially the 10K. That's actually the amount that you don't want to fall below. You also have a little maintenance 6 as well, but generally if you stay above that and a little bit of change, it works out in your favor, and then you don't have to worry about, losing your dividend, which might be a huge reason as to why it's difficult to buy the other tracks. You need to go and keep a good standing. You need to keep money coming on in continually over and over again, just to do well. Sorry guys, it's really hot where I'm living at in Southern California. And I had to go and drink something because I'm just freaking burning up. Also, I'm going to buy some bonds as soon as possible so I can lay some additional track. I need to sort of avoid connecting my track up to my competition. The reason I say that is because the competition, if they connect track, it's almost impossible because they just feed on each other. In the last game that I was playing, they connected their track up to mine, and they were just started running away with all the amounts of monies available, and it was bad. I was trying a couple of different various scenarios to try and buy them and get them on out, but I just didn't have enough time. If I had another couple years, because I had about 4 years left of the game to connect on up and take them on over so that I can obtain the gold, and there was just no way. They were just running rampant. So it's sort of the draw. I mean, every single time these maps are generated, they choose different locations to start off from. Sort of. I think that they have a couple like set that they're going to do no matter what. And the industries are completely different. Those are randomized as well. And so sometimes they just do really well and they just have tons of money flowing on in. And other times they'll just go bankrupt on their own. So it's completely up to just happenstance. One of the other good things to know is if you're trying to attempt a merger, sometimes you got to worry about the fact of if they actually own more than half of the company. If they own more than half, the only way that you're going to be able to take them on over is if they go bankrupt. And if they go bankrupt, then you can go and obtain their assets. And that usually takes a couple of years for them to actually go bankrupt to the point that they just exit out of the game. But when you buy them on out, you can sometimes get into a world of hurt. Okay, famine's on its way. I'm still waiting for these to get up to the A's. And you know what? I am going to do it right now. Famine in Europe has made shipping of food items quite profitable. It has been suggested that lowering your price on shipping food items can increase public support of your railway. Last time I did 50%, and I don't remember really seeing anything, so let's just try lowering by 25 this time. Perhaps that'll give me the additional money that'll allow me to take over my competition. That's still expensive. 10% is a little too much. Lay a little bit of track at a time. And let's see. Yeah, see, they're already going downhill, so let's see whether or not they're able to pull out of that. I guess we're all not doing so hot. I'll be better as soon as I connect up this railway. But I am gonna need, screw it. I want to get ahead of the curve. I want to show people how it's done. I need to be willing to take a couple of risks because I know that I'll be able to take care of it. Also, notice my placement of the station. I'm trying to make sure that I get inside of this location of the port because the port generates sugar, lumber, as well as logs per year. And that'll allow you to, essentially, it goes straight into the station and you can use it to move it around to all your different various locations. So that's always very important to do. So the new train that's allowed to us and available to us right now at this moment is the Firefly. Notice it's 70,000 with an annual maintenance of 11,000. But look at the speed difference. 58 miles an hour to 54 miles an hour, even on the 2% grade, 44 to 30, whereas compared to the Adler. And if you notice, we need to worry about speed to a giant proportion on this, so I am pretty much always going to be making Fireflies from now on, unless something else becomes available. And let me get this guy set on up. Oops, wrong button. Now I have $1,800 available to me. I'm getting ready to buy some stock, and they are doing better. Oh man. So this is the guy who is actually going downhill. And he is just buying trains all over the damn place. But now that he's connected on up to Birmingham, he might actually end up doing better. We'll see what happens with it. What are my available options in the future? Let's also create a train that goes straight from London on over to Portsmouth. Let's buy that bad boy. And as soon as I'm able to, I am going to... Oh, let's get over to this view right here. And I'm going to try to replace my original 2 trains as soon as possible. Actually, I can potentially do it right now. Let's see, is this one running at a profit? Yes, it is. So let's replace this train. As you run into a situation later on, if you don't keep a good train speed throughout the entire game, it's impossible. I mean, if you have just like 2 years left, unless you just halt and destroy all your trains and you just have one going back and forth on a very, very small line, like going super fast with nothing on it, then you run into some big, big difficulties. So I'm trying to avoid that if I can. Looking around what my other options are. See, he's already gone over to Bath. Man, he is doing awesome. He's doing way better than I'd like him to. So I think that what I'm going to need to do right now is head on over to Cambridge and use this opportunity to expand on over there. I believe, oh man, London Bull, very nice. I believe that if I actually allow him to connect on up to my tracks, I will never be able to actually buy out their companies. So I need to play this a little smarter, maybe a little bit slower. I think last time I got a little greedy with connecting up all my tracks as soon as possible. And with that being the case, they just use your tracks, and even though you're making a good amount of money from them, they can go and get the funds that they need for all their industries, and it runs badly for you. So that's the mistake that I made last game, and I'm going to try to prevent that this game. Okay. Has repurchased 2,000 of its shares outstanding. Okay, so my stock is just split. They're buying back their stock already. Huh. So with that being the case, I need to start doing that as well. I need all the money to be going into my pocket so I can start buying their companies as soon as possible. So much to worry about, so much to deal with. And as soon as I have a little bit more money coming on in, I am going to be buying this maintenance facility. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Let's see. Now that they've kind of just decked me on over into this side, let me see. Let me check on out what my available options are. Let me increase my... Sorry guys, I'm choosing the wrong options right here. Let's buy back some stock. Because the sooner I'm able to buy back that stock, the more that it will actually help me out in the long run. And also my dividend payments will go down as well. So that'll be helpful to me in the future. Also, when I split, it doesn't split into nearly as many pieces. So the sooner that I can actually buy that back, the better off I'll be. Nice, nice. But also by doing that, it does increase my stock price, and that allows it to make it more likely that it will actually split. But, oh well, these things, they happen. And let's see. Let me buy into this company. He's the one that's right next to me, and he is freaking going insane. Okay, so now that I have one of his, if I can go and make it so I have just as much money as in his company as I do in my company, then that'll help me on out. Nice. Okay. Just so much to do. I think that my railway is doing pretty well thus far. I might need to go and connect up to these other two locations, Ipswich and Norwich, as soon as possible, just so that I can have additional trains running and make it so I have more money flowing on in that I can use to buy back and obtain more stock and more company assets. Oh shit. There we go. There we go. I'm also thinking, based on how I'm doing these Let's Plays, it might be beneficial for me to add some of these maps, so you can look at the map and kind of see how things progress. I could also do things along the lines of maybe taking a screenshot and make it available to display maybe every 10 in-game minutes, so you can actually see the choices that I'm making and how things kind of sprawl on out from an outside position. I'm guessing. I don't know. I do have the map in the lower left-hand corner, so you can just kind of see how things sprawl. I don't know whether or not that would be of interest, but, I mean, just some other available options. I believe that Cambridge is the bigger actual train station, so I'm going to use that as my starting point, and start off with the Firefly. Okay. So they had to borrow money, because they're actually going in the negative, so that might be good for me. Let me build up some water towers. Let me see. Let me see how their company is doing overall. Very nice. My stock is already split, I think, twice. Theirs is split once, but he just had to buy some money for his expansion. And he expanded away from me, which is helpful. Let's get that guy right there. And let's do this bad boy. Connect on over to Ipswich. I'm also in a way better situation if they don't actually connect their tracks. I know I kind of said that, but I can't emphasize how important it is. It actually might be beneficial for me right now to save over my games. Since I played this before, let's go on down to 7th map. I'm going to save over on top of it, because I'm never going to be replaying those again. Let's do Ipswich, connect that on up. Wait for me to get a little bit more money in my bank account, and then I will buy that train. And let's see, 47. Yes, I'm okay with going a little bit in the negative right now. Connect up with the Firefly, and let's build some water. I'm going to put a water tower right here. Oh, crap, there's a water tower right there. If you can make it so that 2 places can be serviced, then it might end up being better off in the long run. Although, with sharing track and things of that nature, it might actually be better off if you don't do that. Okay. Nice. And one of the things you need to go and actually check out a lot on in this version of the map is areas where there's actually shared track. And at that point, if you actually see it starting to change color, like right now, I know that there's going to be a lot of traffic right here because this is a one station where 3 trains connect up to it. So because of that, I need to build some double track. And that means that if a train is going east-west and another one's going west to east, that they will actually not connect on over on top, and you won't have to deal with, you know, like right here, there's a lot of traffic and congestion right here. So by building this track right here, that means that they will allow for passage both ways. And let me check out other locations. Okay, so Portsmouth, all of these could do with double track and actually benefit from it. Let me increase the speed a little bit and see how things are going with my stocks. I'm not trying to be boring or anything of that nature with this situation. It's just I know how important it is for stock and doing the mergers in this one. If I talk about it a lot, it's just because there's nothing quite like wasting 2 hours of your time trying to take over another company and merge it and not being able to, and just running into negative because of it. But whatever. It's a learning process. That's why I play the game, so that you can learn from it, try out new stuff, have fun with it. And so if you're not enjoying it, I mean, even though I'm playing it and it didn't work out, I still had a good time, as well as I learned a couple of different things. Potentially different strategies to use. So we'll see. I'm going to actually lay double track all the way from London to Portsmouth. Also, if you notice, whenever I actually lay some double track, I actually toggle between 2 different menu items. It's sort of the same idea of when you're actually laying track and you have this back button available to you. If a train passes over track that you're laying, or some double track that you're putting on down, then while that is happening, the train won't move, and so it just gets stuck, which is really, really bad for your mile per hour. Okay, so is this guy going? Oh, he's going back up again. Oh, it's not good. That's okay. I just need to worry about, do I want to connect up? Let's connect between, yes. Because I'm able to, I'm going to connect between Ipswich and Norwich. Get another train going. Oh, no. The other thing that's really important in this map is to make sure that you don't actually go below your dividend amount. That's just because it actually dampens. And you don't get the money for it, first of all. And second, it also reduces your stock price. It makes it like, so they don't actually believe in you, that you can't actually make the demands or meet the demands required upon your company. So it's always good to have maybe just a little bit of extra wiggle room to make sure that you don't have that issue. It's not detrimental, and you're not going to lose the game if you do it. It's just, might as well. Works out in your favor if you just continually go positive in that direction. Did they... Oh, they split. How dare they? Okay, so now let's go between these two, which is Norwich and Ipswich. Set that on up. Waiting, waiting. Add these guys right back and forth. Come on. Ah, that's not good. I also notice a lot that your trains get damaged really damn fast. Going to cancel that. Replace this bad boy. Nice. And let's move on over here, because I still need to actually lay down this maintenance facility. And just waiting on. Come on, guys. There we go. So now, I'm going to buy a little bit more of my stock. So look at this. So they're just going between Liverpool and Manchester, and they're doing quite well. Disgustingly well for the fact that they're not really doing anything in this game, which is always a little bit aggravating. Alright. I don't want to connect to Oxford because they're more likely to connect over to my track if I do that. But what I can do is let's head on over to Canterbury as soon as I can. Let's make use of this little division right here. Let's go around all these hills and see if I can go up at a gentle incline. Cruise on over. Oh shit, I don't want to run into negative money. Sorry guys, when I get building stuff, man, I just get all into it. Alright, another year went by. Let's save the game. Let's see. Let's do another save for map 1. I don't know. I'm sure that their computer, the AI actually has a pretty good job, or an algorithm that it uses to figure out exactly where it wants to connect up the train tracks, based on where the most amount of money it's going to get off of it is. But I don't know how they do it. So I'm just going to hope that it's completely up to chance to some degree, and hopefully if I load the game again, maybe it won't connect up to my stations, and that way that I'll have a better chance to win. Which sounds like sort of a dumb way to play this, but hey man, when they cheat, they cheat. When they're able to go and kick your butt all the damn time, if the conditions are right for them, they just run away with it. Okay, so I'm waiting to connect up to Canterbury and get another track. I'm going to increase the speed. Okay. I need a little bit more money than that before I can do that. Alright. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. And let's connect up these bad boys. Let's go straight from London on over using a Firefly. We're session ahead. And let's add 2 water towers. He still has 45. Okay. So he actually hasn't split once yet, which is actually pretty good. I might need to go and just start buying in him, just so that I can get him out of the picture right away. Nice, okay. I have 319,000. Let's buy back Feminines. Alright, let's increase our dividend a bit. Have more money coming my way. I'm going to increase it up to... Let's make it a whole dollar. Dividend rate, a whole dollar. 71,000. Buy back some stock. Nice. I only have $30,000 in my account. So, but I'm getting closer. Things are heading my way. Alright, gonna save the game again. Let's do 7th map 2. Nice. Okay. Let's buy back a little bit more stock. So let me think. There's a total of 16,000 shares. If I owe 8,000 shares, then at this current moment I could buy their company. Oh, there's only... Okay, so all I need to do is buy 7,000 shares, which is, let's see right now. Let me gather a little bit of money, and they're about to go and split, which means that they'll have 30,000 shares. Okay. Wow, they just really increased their stock price. Alright, so I think that what I need to do is, let's see. They're going to split in a second. And then I'm going to use that money. Alright, let's see if I can do something crafty real quick. So they just split. Let's pause this real quick. Save the game. And let's do 7th map 3. As I'm going to see whether or not I can buy their company right now. So they have a total of 30,000 shares. So if I go buy, that's 11,000 shares. Okay, so now I own half their company. Okay. So if that's the case, how much is it to attempt a merger? Hold on, real quick. Let me sell one, buy their company. That way that I have more than half. So now that I own more than half their company, I can attempt a merger with them. And what's the lowest amount of money they need? 2,640. So let's go over here to issue bonds. AAA, AAA. And the thing is that, okay, I need one more. Now I can attempt a merger. And since I own more than half their company, I can offer the lowest amount, and they'll accept. Merger succeeds, and I now own it. Highland takes over Manchester Western. Okay, so now I'm good with that. I have cash back again, and I can use that money to buy this jerk face. Okay. Let me see. Man, when you do it way in the beginning of the game, it is way easier. Alright guys, I am back. For whatever reason, this game decided to crash on me. I'm not sure why. I'm not really surprised with this game, but with all the issues that I had getting this up and running. Anyways, now that I've had the merger and everything's working out well, I'm going to check out the track that he has already laid thus far and convert it all into double track, because knowing they like to go and connect up multiple trains. I like to go and just have one train per location unless it's a high traffic zone. I'm also going to buy back my stocks, or whatever, my outstanding bonds, as that is very, very good to do as soon as possible for my next merger that I'm planning on doing. So, what was I saying? Yes, that's a lot easier. Trying to go and nip the competition in the butt way earlier on in the game, it might make it a little bit more difficult. You might have to plan ahead a little bit more, but waiting for a long period of time, unless they're going in a negative method, which is that they're going downhill with all the money that they have on them, then it turns into just like a way hardcore uphill battle. If I'm reiterating again, it's because I have no idea what the heck I was talking about. Well, I knew what I was talking about when the game crashed. At this current junction, I don't remember what I was talking about when I saved that game right then and there. Probably close to what I was just saying. It's all good. We'll work it out. But yes, things are going in a general direction, and look at this. Oh man, Crampton 4-2-0. Look at that grade 0 speed right there. So all my trains now, whenever they go, I need to replace them, I'm going to replace them with this bad boy right here. And in fact, what I'm going to do is all the ones that are like have the star on it, I'm just going to replace those right away. Actually, let me just do a general check on my trains. Alright, I need to upgrade that one. Some of these trains have seen better days. Oh my god, look at that one. Okay, come on guys. Big money's coming on my way.